everybody. Welcome to another sensational session of Strike a Chord Live podcast with my dear brother, Collin Harbour. He's right there in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. I'm Marcus Ellis. I'm here in Pensacola, Florida. Collin, why don't you tell him who we are?
We are two lifelong friends with a love of baseball, music, motivation, and inspiration mixed with a little bit of nostalgia, culture, transformation, and fun. And we want you to take the journey with us.
This is Strike a Chord Live podcast.
Marcus.
Yes, Collin. It's going, man.
So, yeah, I
think it sounds fine.
You were asking, is it a Texas or Tennessee shirt? It's Texas for Texas Rangers, but one of my daughter's schools that she applied to for college is Tennessee. So who knows?
Knoxville.
That's still in the mix, apparently. Tennessee.
Knoxville. If I never hear Rocky Top again, it'll be too soon for me. You remember my pawpaw, my grandfather.
Yeah.
He always wanted to go to Tennessee game every year. And in the 80s, Tennessee always destroyed Alabama. And every time they score a touchdown or a field goal, they play Rocky Top.
I know.
So it's like, if I never hear that song again, it'll be too soon for me. But my whole family.
Several of my fraternity brothers were from Tennessee. I don't know why there was such a Baylor, Tennessee type connection. And so they kind of turned me on to the whole, Rocky Top thing there for a while, which was kind of fun. But,
and the other thing, too, is whenever Fish would play in Tennessee, they'd always play the dang song. Yeah. So I probably saw Fish in Tennessee like 10 times. But anyways, I digress. Hey, guess what? We're old. We're in our 50s.
We're old. It doesn't feel like it sometimes, but on other days, it does feel like it, right? I mean,
yeah, it doesn't.
The hair
feel
being one of the first signs.
Yeah, I'm not going to show you my hair.
The gray beard.
The gray. Oh, I have a full-on gray beard. I was talking with Norman Ellis last night, and he's like, "I like the gray beard," and I'm like, "Nah." But so the topic today, I didn't put it up there, but we're gonna say it's never too late. Starting over at any age, and this goes to a lot of our viewers. This goes to me and you. We started over in our late 40s. I did in my early 50s. All that good stuff. So it's never too late to start over. And there's so many great takeaways that we can put out there. And by the way, we're doing a power session today. We're going to knock this thing out on this Wednesday morning. But I don't know who that is, but somebody said, I remember when you had long hair, Mark. And yeah, I had extremely long hair. I was actually showing that to my daughter, May, yesterday. She was amazed at how long my hair was. And now I look back and I was like, why did I have it so long for so long? But anyways, I digress.
Yeah. So when Audrey was born 17 years ago, I had really long hair. I was starting to be bald a little bit, but I had really long hair back. Like,
oh, you got to send me a picture.
Like I didn't do the hippie, but I mean, it was like, cool guy Dallas hair, long, except for the baldness kind of made it look weird. But that's not what we're talking about today.
We're not talking about hair. We're talking about starting over at any age. So, Collin, there's many things that can happen to us in life that would, be the precipitous or the impetus is the proper word for starting over. You could lose a loved one. A relationship, a business relationship could fall apart. Your plans for the future could fall apart. So there's many reasons why this could happen. Or maybe like me, I was in the music business from the time I started working until a couple of years ago. And I realized, man, it's really cool to be in the music business, but it's really hard to make a decent living. So
there's a lot of people in the music business who are not Taylor Swift, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, she's just crushing it, knocking it out of the park. I mean,
and fill in the blank, whoever, the top, 20, 30, 40 people are.
Drake.
There's a lot of people in the music business who are not them, called
Jay-Z
thousands of people.
Jay-Z and B are they're the ones.
Sure.
Yeah. So good morning, Summer Star. I love you. Good to see you. Good morning, Facebook user. I can't tell who you are because you haven't given StreamYard permission. But so what are some of the things we can do? I mean, you and I have buckled down and done it, but what are some of the things that we can do as takeaways for the fine people that are listening and watching? If you're in your, let's even say 30s, late 30s, early 40s, late 40s, 50s. I mean, Megan DiMartino lit me on fire one time. Our dear sister who's been a guest here. I was like, do you think I'm too old to do this? She said, never say that again. So what are some of the things we can do?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, age is just a social construct. No, I'm just kidding. That's my favorite thing to say now because, everybody, if you don't agree with something, you say, well, that's just a social construct. And it's like, anyway, that's the new thing. And that comes with age. Maybe you realize you just got to throw in the towel and assume everything's a social construct. But age, it's funny because we were talking about it. Like you and I, we're 50 plus now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, I mean, when our parents were 50, they seemed really old. Like it seemed like they were basically, and maybe we seem the same way to our children, really old, right? I mean, 50 years old.
Maybe.
There was something the other day. Oh, I wish I could remember who it was, where it showed like the age of people who were on shows, at certain times, and they seemed really old, right? They seemed super old. I think we're going to lose Marcus Ellis. I think we're flying solo. Oh, there he is. You come back to us?
No, it's freezing for some. Yeah.
I think it's just going to be one of those mornings. As what is it? Dirk says, it's just one of those days. It's just going to be one of those days. All right. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with all that. I can start panicking
and
when you freeze up.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear you, but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything right off the computer. But can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can hear myself. Yes. Okay. So Mercury is in retrograde, so all electronics are going to be kind of crazy. That's just the way it is. But yeah, you were talking about, our parents, we thought they were really old. They had one foot in the grave. And I can't imagine what, our daughters think of us now. And now I am, you and I are the same age for a couple of months here now. So it's there's a lot we can do in our advanced state to keep going. I mean, look, you and I, we have 20, 30, 40 years left, right? That's a lot of time.
I hope so. But you know what that means? That means there's going to be many times potentially to start over, right? And I know that's what we're talking about is, hey, there are people who've started successful businesses later in life. There's people who got married later in life, remarried later in life, or whatever the case may be, right? Started just completely new careers. Some people, right? Some people just start completely. Some people start, hey, I'm going to start being healthy now. It's 50. I'm not quite there yet. I talk about it a lot, but I haven't done it yet. It's, hey, I'm older now. It's time to start being healthy.
Yeah. Well, I do that too. So, let's go back to, whatever the reason is that somebody needs to start over. A lot of times, those folks will be running on inertia, right? They'll just be, not necessarily going through the motions, but it's hard. So the first thing you can do when you're starting over, when let's say you're starting a new business or a new relationship, is just move, do something, do anything, move. We talk about the Bruce Pulver, the incremental steps. The smallest activities can boost your mood. They can elevate your mindset and give you hope and give you the energy you need to plan for the future, right?
Yeah, no doubt. And I should say one other thing. It just occurred to me, and I just confirmed it, is today's your birthday.
Today's my birthday.
Today, I was looking down at the clock, and then I just looked at Facebook, and somebody told you happy birthday. I was like, I think today's it's Marcus Ellis's birthday.
Yeah, you don't advertise that thing. I'm not one of those people to say, hey.
I know people who do.
Hey man, it's my birthday.
Like, hey, it's my birthday this week. It's my birthday.
I don't do that.
All right. So number one, you already said it. I think this is gonna be one of those odd shows that.
Well, You know, my wife wasn't too happy with me that I'm doing this because the girls want to celebrate my birthday before I'm going to school, and that's why we're going to stop at 6:50. But let's go ahead. So do something, anything. Keep moving. I mean, man, you and I, we struggle with our businesses, and we thrive with our businesses. And when we're struggling, we could do one thing. We could lay down on the couch and eat Doritos and watch reruns of Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen, right? Or we can get off our butts and do that one thing, make that one incremental step, right? That's something we can do. But also, what I just said, you and I, remember, folks, you're not alone. You're not the only one doing this. So reach out to people, you know, talk to people.
Yeah. So take an action, reach out to people. You know, when you talk about taking a step or taking an action or doing something, I can't remember the exact quote. I wish I could find it. It's something along the lines of action solves any problem, right? Yeah. Action solves or most problems, whatever the case may be. Some form of action will do it. And then realizing that you're not alone, that you're not the only person in the world that needs to start over, that wants to start over, that is starting over, that has started over. And there's people to reach out to. There's people to contact, especially now with social media. It's very easy to find people who are starting over like you, right? You froze up with a very funny look on your face. You might be frozen now. No, I think we might have to call it. I think Laura threw some jinx on this show.
I don't know what's going on, man. I mean, I don't know why it's freezing. There's no reason for it except for Mercury's in retrograde. I'm telling you. Do you know about that? Do you know Mercury in retrograde, where it appears that Mercury is going backwards?
I don't. Oh, the planet Mercury.
Yeah. So I learned this from my dear brother Bruce Hampton, Colonel Bruce Hampton. When Mercury is in retrograde, all electronics go haywire. And I was trying to do a simple thing yesterday. I was trying to upload pictures of a house that I took into Google Drive, and it wouldn't do it. I mean, it's just like, this is like easy, right? All I'm doing is transferring files, and it wouldn't do it. And my wife said, hey, you know, Mercury isn't retrograde. And I was like, oh, yeah. So all electronics are going haywire. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I hope that the Facebook user that says, happy birthday, my love, is my mom. I'm not sure. Love you, Mom, if that's you. Good morning, Doug McLeod. But we're talking about.
I hope it's your mom or your wife.
It might be my wife. Well, no, my wife got her Facebook got hacked, so she's not in there. And the Meta people don't make it easy to get your page back, because, you know, we lost our white tie page with 22,000 followers, and they said, oh yeah, we can see you started at Pensacola, Florida. We can see somebody in Vietnam got it, but we're not giving it back. So whatever. I digress. We're starting over. Seems like the show is starting over.
I know. I think we're just going to keep starting over until we get to, like I said, we've only got 6.5 more minutes to go, since we're cutting it a little bit short before your birthday celebration. Yeah.
This is just the entertaining, comedic thing. But, you know, we've talked about Warren Buffett didn't become a millionaire until 50. You know, I was reading about Vera Wang. I didn't know Vera Wang was trying to be an Olympic skater before she got into fashion. You know, so there's many different things. I tried music.
Yeah, I mean, I started collecting baseball cards again when I was like 48, and I've already gotten away from that hobby, not habit. During COVID, right? I mean,
it's just freezing so much.
I know. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it, Mark. We're just gonna say, look, today we're gonna regroup on Friday. We're gonna let Mark go get ready and have his children and his wife say, happy birthday, Dad and husband. And they're going to go get donuts or whatever it is. And Mark's going to go.
I can't eat donuts.
Have a successful birthday today. 51 years old.
We're just going to apologize in advance, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm not sure what's going on with the technical difficulties. But yeah, I'm 51. Remember, you're not alone. Keep moving, declutter, review your finances, create new habits. Let's do this one again on Friday. Maybe we'll have a guest.
regroup on Friday. How about that? Happy birthday to Mark Ellis. Everybody make sure to let him know.
I should have never tried this today.
All right. Goodbye,
all right.
everybody.
We love you guys. We're sorry that this was just like all over the place, but that's just the way it is today. Well, I'm going to keep this one up because it's comical. It's pretty funny. I'm going to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
It's
a bunch of nothing,
you know,
at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. A bunch of nothing. All right. See y'all later. I don't know what's going on. I don't know any jokes. It won't even do that. I can't even end it.
I know a couple jokes about old age, but I can't tell them on Facebook. Get in trouble.
I can't even make it stop. I can't even make it stop.
What, the broadcast? There.
It just won't.